Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good day. So let's get into this. 25 basis point move. Okay? A 25 basis point move. And everybody knew it was coming. Everybody and their mama knew it was coming. And what happens? The market still goes into a downward frenzy. Why is that? Well, Powell said or alluded to depositors would be 100% covered, in the banks. Janet Yellen came on later on and was like, nah, son, that's not what's happening. Right. And she's right. She's absolutely right. They can't guarantee. If they could have guaranteed that, they would have done it eons ago. They cannot guarantee. The U.S. government cannot guarantee beyond $250,000. Maybe they can a little bit, but in fact, I don't think that's an option. And she kind of quashed that idea. And I think that bickering back and forth, that public kind of, thing going back and forth, she didn't bicker directly with Powell. She kind of corrected him, but that was enough to send the markets roiling. And it did the same thing in crypto. However, if you look at the numbers, and we'll get into that later, if you look at the numbers, Bitcoin and the rest of the market pulled back a little bit, but they didn't dump. And I think that's what we should be paying attention to. I was expecting 25 basis point move. We will continue on our merry way. That didn't happen, but we also didn't drop that much, right? So you're at 27 and change. Okay, even dropped down, I think 26.7. Okay, it's still back up to 27 and change. And I expect it to go back up higher than that. So yeah, I think just Powell just sent the market into a frenzy because he always does. He can't ever say anything just straight out. This is what it is. This is why. This is how. And more data will come and we'll adjust later on. Nope. He's got to talk out of turn about certain things. I think his days are numbered. There are too many people calling for him to be, ousted. Maybe they should move faster on Gary Gensler. And the reason why I say that is because he's going after Justin Sun. Now, if you've listened to my videos, you know I'm not a big fan of Justin Sun. Right? I'm not a fan at all, actually. But Justin Sun and a bunch of celebrities, and I'll read off the celebrities, that are involved a little bit later. But he's going after Justin Sun because he's saying that he's manipulated the market with BTT and TRX. Excuse me. I'm a human. Things happen. Sorry about that. So he's going after Gary Gensler and the SEC are going after, Justin Sun, but he's also going after celebrities for touting these unregistered securities. The celebrities are, let me see, start from here. Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, DeAndre Cortez Way, Soldier Boy, Austin Mahone, Michelle Mason, Kendra Lust, Miles Parks McCullum, that's Lil Yachty, Schaefer Smith, that's Neo, and Aliun Tiam, that's Akon. Now, I get it, but it's more of this unnecessary, enforcement, right? How are those people supposed to know that this is an unregistered security after all of these years? Start there. Let's go over to Voyager where, Gary Gensler and his cronies could not, actually define what a security is when it comes to crypto. Let's take a look at everything else that's going on. And it's kind of like, why are you grasping at straws? Now, this is a case that they might actually be able to make because they might actually be able to prove that Justin Sun did manipulate markets. But that does not mean that they have actually defined what an unregistered security is as far as crypto is concerned. Because the judge just said that you didn't, that VGX is not a security. So they've got a problem there. And I hope these celebrities actually step up and go, screw you, buddy. We're going to fight. We're going to band together and we're going to fight because that's just not right. You can't call something an unregistered security and then, today, and then sue people for what happened before. And I think that's the problem. I think that's what Gary Gensler is going to be faced with. And these I'm calling them frivolous lawsuits. Sometimes these frivolous lawsuits do not work out in his favor. And I think he's about to take it on the chin with another lawsuit. He's going after Coinbase. Now, we kind of knew that he was going to go after Coinbase, right? The writing was on the wall. But the why he's going to go after Coinbase, yeah, stupid. Again, it's over unregistered securities. Coinbase has asked, several companies have asked, what's an unregistered security? What do we have to do to be on the right side of the law? And we'll do it. Just tell us what it is and we'll do it. Well, they've got receipts of asking and they've got receipts of not being answered. So I think that's going to be a hard case for Gary Gensler and his cronies at the SEC to actually prove. Now, if you cannot, push them aside, meaning Coinbase, that's going to be that could be a bigger problem for Gary, in my opinion, than even Ripple. Right? They were able to push over Kraken, and everybody called out Gary Gensler for, you go after Kraken, you force Kraken to pay you $30 million. And you didn't go after, let's say, Binance US or Coinbase, which is the biggest in the country. And here they are going after Coinbase, except Coinbase has a lot of money. Remember when Circle depegged, what was it, last week? Coinbase was ready to fork over $3 billion. Not a problem. Let me just cut a check for my homie over here. What? So remember who they're in bed with. BlackRock. Coinbase on their own has enough money. Surely their friends over at BlackRock have even more. Just saying. When I look at Gary Gensler going after a company for unregistered securities, right? So for allowing the selling of unregistered securities. Again, the public does not know what an unregistered security is. The public, not just these institutions, but the public does not know. As far as, crypto is concerned, Gary has not defined it. He's defined it through enforcement, and that's proving to be a not strong effort. That's going to wind up being a problem for him. And like I said, Coinbase has got the bucks to fight it. Now, aside from that, I really like Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood had been buying up Coinbase shares for a minute. And just before I found out about this Wells notice, Cathie Wood dropped $13.5 million worth of coin shares, right? And it was just before I found out about this Wells notice. But she had also been buying when coin was down. So I think it's just a matter of, I'm going to take some profit off the table. She still holds coin. But I think she was like, I'm going to take some profit off the table. I made some money. And she took it off the table. And I wonder if she's going to buy back in now that it's taken a little hit because of this Wells notice. Coinbase is not going anywhere. Straight up. Coinbase is not going anywhere. Coinbase will be around. I'm not big on centralized exchanges for the most part, but I actually like Coinbase, right? There are a few centralized exchanges that I feel serve a purpose and do it well. Coinbase is one of them. I don't get paid by them. It's not financial advice. I don't give financial advice except to my own kids. But I have an account there. I like the service. And I think that they should fight the good fight because Gary Gensler is just off the freaking rails. Off the freaking rails. Just, it's crazy. Kraken has to stop ACH transfers because of Silvergate. They say it's not going to affect anything else. It will go into effect on March 27th. I feel bad, but it is what it is. You know what we should do now? We should get into the numbers. Now, I did not pull up the Excel spreadsheet, and the reason why I didn't pull up the Excel spreadsheet is because I just forgot. That's the reason why. We're starting with this one because I always have a problem every morning with getting this going, and it's a pain in the tail, so it really annoys me. But look at Bitcoin, 27,628. So it had dropped down to 26.7, but it's back up to 27.628, which is not that far away from the 28.28 that I keep touting, right? But let's take a look at something else. Ethereum. It's still down here at 67,000 ETH that have been burned. That's a good thing. The fear and greed index is at 57, down from 66, which was yesterday. It's down, but we're still in the greed space, right? So which is pretty good. Total value locked, 70 billion. That's actually pretty good. That's actually good news. Very good news. Looking at Bitcoin, like I said, look at where we are right now. 27,714, and you're still playing around near that 28.28 number right here, okay? Not that far off. It looks to me like we might have found a space, a band, where we're going to move lateral a bit, and then I think we might go up from there. Can you go down? Of course you can go down, but I think you're going to go up from there. I actually, like I said, I've been buying a few things here and there, just keeping to my DCA strategy, up, down, just buying. All right, that's what I'm doing. Looking at the numbers from a larger perspective, and you're looking at, year-to-date numbers and things like that, you're looking at a pretty strong market. Right? Let me go back. I want to see the volume. I'm expecting an uptick in volume, obviously, right? Volume's been low, but I'm expecting, look at that downward trend. But I am looking for more volume with regard to Bitcoin over the next few days. But again, back over this, looking at the bigger picture, I'm expecting a lot of things to actually pop up now, because everybody was kind of, on pins and needles waiting for the Fed. Now that you know what it is, the numbers were already baked in, numbers are down. If you're looking at the stock market and you're looking at everything else, the Dow implied open is only expected to be open only about 15 points. So to me, this could be a good time if you're in the stock market to actually jump in. But do your own research and see what you like. I'm doing my own research, and, I'm in crypto, period. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you have any questions, drop a note, let me know, and just do your own research, right? Gather information and keep yourself educated about what's going on in the markets. Have a good one. Bye-bye.